So we got this Daikin Minisplit. It's 2 heads. The one downstairs is working fine. This one's not doing anything and it's blinking. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with this. So here we go. All right, so we need to see what error code it's displaying. Obviously there's an error because the light's blinking. So you take the remote, slide this down, just like that, okay? And you're gonna go ahead and hit and hold down cancel until it beeps. Okay, so now we're just going to keep pushing cancel until the unit beeps, okay? And that's going to give us our error code. So 00, that means we're in error code recall. Okay, nope, 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 nope. Oh, hear how that sounded? That means this is our error code. So it's an A6. So if we go to Daikin's website here, we can enter the code, which is A. And 6. Okay, and then search, and there it goes. So we have malfunction of fan motor, broken wires in, short of circuit, or disconnected of connectors of fan motor harness, defective fan motor, or it could be a bad board on the indoor unit. So that's what we need to do now. So we're going to open this up and do some tests, because the downstairs one's cooling, it's working fine. So blower unit's not working, so it shut itself off. Our unit all taken apart. So it said there could be a bad connection, so we want to find our blower motor connector, which is this one right here. It's S1. See it right there? So we're going to go ahead and just unplug it and plug it back in. Make sure it's a nice tight connection. Okay. Make sure all our pins are good. Yeah, so we might just have a bad motor, which is going to be fun because you got to take this entire thing apart just to get that out, because you have to take the whole blower wheel out, and it's, you know, long cylinder. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and check this. All right, so we're checking the motor voltage just to make sure that the board is functional. So we have 7 pins right here. The one on the very bottom is going to be pin 7, and the one on the very top is pin 1. Pin 4, which is that blue wire right there where my black lead is, that's our common, or a ground. So we're going to be checking our motor power supply voltage. That's going to be volts DC, and it's going to be 310 to 340 volts DC. So this is where the micro leads come in handy. Okay, so we're within range. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to check pin 3 and 4, and that should be 15 volts DC, so that's going to be the one right above this one here. Okay, so that's 10 volts, so it's a little bit low. And then the next thing we want to check is we're going to check our rotation command voltage, which should be 1 to 5 volts DC, and that's going to be between 4 and 2. Okay, so we got 1.3. All right, so the only thing that we're having a discrepancy on is our motor control voltage. So, we've reset the unit. Let's go ahead and turn on the fan and see if it works. So, because that connection could have been loose or something like that. So anyway, we're going to switch it over to fan mode. Okay, and then we're going to put that on full blast. We're going to turn it on and see if the fan comes on. Then the next thing we want to check is 4 and 1. And that's going to be our rotation pulse input. Looks to me like the fan's working fine. We got air coming out. Oh. Yeah, so it would appear that the motor is going bad. Yeah, so I would say there's something definitely messed up with our fan. Yeah, it's giving us an error code now. So I would say that we probably have a problem with the motor because all the voltage seems to be fine, except for that one voltage, which was the motor control voltage. It's supposed to be at 15. It was like 10, 11, but yeah, I was really hoping it wouldn't be the blower motor, but that's going to be a total pain to replace. So anyway, yeah, we'll be back once we get this blower motor. Okay, so we're at the outdoor unit. We've disconnected the power. We're going to recover the refrigerant. I've actually isolated the condenser, so most of the refrigerant's in the condenser. I'm just going to recover the refrigerant in the line set, save time on my vacuum because it's a 2-head system, because we have to remove the heat exchanger on the indoor head in order to get to the blower motor. So we're going to go ahead and recover what's in the line set, and I'm going to weigh it. That way I know exactly how much I took out so we can keep the charge proper. We're basically going to just take the whole thing off. It's going to make it a lot easier to work on it than leaving it on the wall. So disconnect electrical, disconnect the pump, disconnect the line set. So yeah, just to change a blower motor. Okay, so we got it off. So now we need to remove the coil to get to that blower. Okay, so we need to take this auxiliary hook thing. This basically holds the line set in place. So we're taking that off. Okay, so on the left side of the unit, we're going to remove these 2 screws. Okay, next we need to unclip this hook. It's in there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like right in there. So there's a little hook thing right there. You got to push that little tab in. There's an upper one and there's a bottom one. So, okay, so you need to remove the ground wire and the temperature sensor. And the temperature sensor, you just grab it and pull it out like that. Very simple. And obviously you just unscrew that. Alrighty, so we got the heat exchanger off. So the second hooks are down here, and it's total pain. So now we have access to this, so we're going to go ahead and continue to get that motor out. I think we're going to take this fan blade out, and if we do, we're probably just going to end up cleaning it. So yeah. Okay, so we got to take off these 2 screws here, and then I'll be removing this side plate here. That's our motor right there. So now we need to unplug our wire here, so it's connected right here on the board. So you just push that pin in and then pull it out. And then we need to get this wire out of this little plastic harness thing. Then next we're going to remove these 2 screws here and there. Then we're going to pop this clip here, or this hook that they call it. And then we're going to go ahead and pull that up. Like that. Okay. Now our motor should be free. Okay. What we want to do is we're going to go ahead and pull this up like this, bring it away from there. And now we have it removed. Okay, so now we need to remove, loosen the set screw to get this off. So if you turn it, you'll find an opening right there, and it's a Phillip. We'll loosen that, and that should pop right off. Okay, so that came right off. So that's pretty much how you take this out. So now we basically, since I have that wheel out, it's a little dusty, I'm going to go ahead and clean everything since I have it all in pieces. And then we basically just do everything except backwards. And then we'll mount it back up on the system, or back onto the wall. And hopefully it works. We got the motor back in place. We put this thing here. We got the wires running. So you want to make sure you kind of roll it back so the wires roll underneath the motor. That way your wires aren't too long. So yeah, now we're going to put the cover back on, and then we'll put the heat exchanger. Got everything pretty much in there, so now we're going to tighten our connections. We're going to use a torque wrench and do it to spec. Okay, so we're going to do a nitrogen pressure test, just to make sure there's no leaks. And we'll be back. Okay, so we have it under nitrogen pressure. It's been holding for about a minute. We're going to let it hold for a little bit, just to make sure there's no other leaks. We gained 0.2 in 13 minutes, so I don't think we have a leak. We're going to get the vacuum started because it's already going to be 5 o'clock and I'm supposed to stop I was supposed to stop a minute ago, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, let's get this vacuum started. Alrighty, we are at 480 microns, so we're gonna go ahead and turn this off and charge it up. Okay, so we got her all put back together. Everything's working fine. The blower's running normally, and it's actually cooling. So looks like we're good to go. So hopefully this helps. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment, tell me what a horrible technician I am. Hit that bell notification and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for watching.